Welcome to Top 100 Most Famous Poems of English Literature. Number 60.
Success is counted sweetest. By Emily Dickinson. Success is counted sweetest by those who ne'er succeed. To comprehend a nectar requires sorest need. Not one of all the purple host who took the flag today can tell the definition, so clear, of victory. As he, defeated, dying, on whose forbidden ear the distant strains of triumph break, agonized and clear.
Number 59.
To a Mouse. By Robert Burns. We sleek at cowering timorous beastie, oh, what a panic's in thy breastie. Thou need na start awa say hasty, why bicker and brattle? I wad be lithe to rin and chase thee, why murdering paddle? I'm truly sorry man's dominion has broken nature's social union, and justifies that ill opinion, which makes thee startle at me, thy poor, earth-born companion, and fellow mortal. I doubt na whiles, but thou may thieve, what then? Poor beastie thou maun live. A diamond acre in a thrave's a small request, I'll get a blessin' why the lave, and never missed he. A housey too, in ruin. Its silly was the winds are strewin'. And neathing now to big and new on, a foggage green, and bleak December's winds on sween, baith snell and keen. Thou saw the fields laid bare and waste, and weary winter comin' fast, and cozy here, beneath the blast, thou thought to dwell, till crash. The cruel coulter passed out thro' thy cell. That wee bit heap o' leaves and stibble has cost thee mony a weary nibble. Now thou's turned out, for thy trouble but house were hauled, to thole the winter's sleety dribble, and crane rue called. But mousie, thou art no thy lane, in proving foresight may be vain, the best laid schemes o' mice and men gang aftigly, and lee us naught but grief and pain, for promised joy. Still thou art blessed, compard why me? The present only toucheth thee, but awk. I backward cast my eve on prospects drear, and forward though I canna see, I guess and fear.
Number 58.
A Poison Tree. By William Blake. I was angry with my friend, I told my wrath did end. I was angry with my foe, I told it not, my wrath did grow. And I watered it in fears night and morning with my tears, and I sunned it with smiles, and with soft deceitful wiles. And it grew both day and night, till it bore an apple bright, and my foe beheld it shine, and he knew that it was mine. And into my garden stole, when the night had veiled the pole, in the morning glad I see, my foe outstretched beneath the tree.
Number 57.
The Soldier. By Rupert Brooke. If I should die, think only this of me, that there's some corner of a foreign field that is forever England. There shall be in that rich earth a richer dust concealed, a dust whom England bore, shaped, made aware, gave, once her flowers to love, her ways to roam, a body of England's, breathing English air, washed by the rivers, blessed by sons of home. And think, this heart, all evil shed away, a pulse in the eternal mind, no less give somewhere back the thoughts by England given, her sights and sounds, dreams happy as her day, and laughter learnt of friends and gentleness, in hearts at peace under an English heaven.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. If you liked our selection, and want to develop your intellectual skills, or just to relax, please subscribe to our channel. youtube.com/AIReaders. And follow us. To listen quality poems written by the most famous poets of English literature and read by the most advanced artificial intelligence software. Thank you.
Number 56.
Elegy written in a country churchyard. By Thomas Gray. The curfew tolls the knell of parting day, the lowing herd winds slowly o'er the lea, the ploughman homeward plods his weary way, and leaves the world to darkness and to me. Now fades the glimmering landscape on the sight, and all the air a solemn stillness holds, save where the beetle wheels his droning flight, and drowsy tinklings lull the distant folds. Save that from yonder ivy-mantled tower, the moping owl does to the moon complain of such as, wandering near her secret bower, molest her ancient solitary reign. Beneath those rugged elms, that yew tree shade, where heaves the turf in many a mouldering heap, each in his narrow cell forever laid, the rude forefathers of the hamlet sleep. The breezy call of incense breathing morn, the swallow twittering from the straw-built shed, the cock's shrill clarion, or the echoing horn, no more shall rouse them from their lowly bed. For them no more the blazing hearth shall burn, or busy housewife ply her evening care, no children run to lisp their sire's return, or climb his knees the envied kiss to share. Oft did the harvest to their sickle yield, their furrow off the stubborn glebe has broke, how jocund did they drive their team afield, how bowed the woods beneath their sturdy stroke. Let not ambition mock their useful toil, their homely joys, and destiny obscure, nor grandeur here with a disdainful smile the short and simple annals of the poor. The boast of heraldry, the pomp of power, and all that beauty, all that wealth e'er gave, await alike the inevitable hour, the paths of glory lead but to the grave. Nor you, ye proud, impute to these the fault, if memory or their tomb no trophies raise, where, through the long-drawn aisle and fretted vault, the pealing anthem swells the note of praise. Can storied urn, or animated bust, back to its mansion call the fleeting breath? Can honor's voice provoke the silent dust, or flattery soothe the dull, cold ear of death? Perhaps, in this neglected spot is laid some heart once pregnant with celestial fire, hands, that the rod of an empire might have swayed, or waked to ecstasy the living lyre. But knowledge to their eyes her ample page, rich with the spoils of time, did ne'er unroll, chill penury repressed their noble rage, and froze the genial current of the soul. Full many a gem of purest ray serene, the dark, unfathomed caves of ocean bear, full many a flower is born to blush unseen, and waste its sweetness on the desert air. Some village Hampton, that, with dauntless breast, the little tyrant of his fields withstood, some mute, inglorious Milton here may rest, some Cromwell, guiltless of his country's blood, the applause of listening senates to command, the threats of pain and ruin to despise, to scatter plenty or a smiling land, and read their history in a nation's eyes. Their lot forbade nor circumscribed alone their growing virtues, but their crimes confined, forbade to wade through slaughter to a throne, and shut the gates of mercy on mankind. The struggling pangs of conscious truth to hide, to quench the blushes of ingenuous shame, or heap the shrine of luxury and pride, with incense kindled at the muse's flame. Far from the madding crowd's ignoble strife, their sober wishes never learned to stray along the cool, sequestered vale of life. They kept the noiseless tenor of their way. Yet even these bones, from insult to protect, some frail memorial still erected nigh, with uncouth rhymes and shapeless sculpture decked, implores the passing tribute of a sigh. Their name, their years, spelt by the unlettered muse, the place of fame and elegy supply, and many a holy text around she strews, that teach the rustic moralist to die. For who, to dumb forgetfulness a prey, this pleasing, anxious being ere resigned, left the warm precincts of the cheerful day, nor cast one longing, lingering look behind? On some fond breast the parting soul relies, some pious drops the closing eye requires, e'en from the tomb the voice of nature cries, e'en in our ashes live their wonted fires. For thee who, mindful of the unhonored dead, dost in these lines their artless tale relate, if chance, by lonely contemplation led, some kindred spirit shall inquire thy fate. Haply some hoary-headed swain may say, oft have we seen him at the peep of dawn brushing, with hasty step, dews away, to meet the sun upon the upland lawn. There, at the foot of yonder nodding beech, that wreathes its old, fantastic roots so high, his listless length at noontide would he stretch, and pour upon the brook that babbles by. Hard by yon wood, now smiling as in scorn, muttering his wayward fancies, he would rove, now drooping woeful wan, like one forlorn, or crazed with care, or crossed in hopeless love. One morn, I missed him on the customed hill, along the heath, and near his favorite tree, another came, nor yet beside the rill, nor up the lawn, nor at the wood was he. The next, with dirges dew in sad array slow through the churchway path we saw him borne, approach and read, for thou canst read, the lay graved on the stone beneath yon aged thorn. The epitaph. Here rests his head upon the lap of earth, a youth, to fortune and to fame unknown, fair science frowned not on his humble birth, and melancholy marked him for her own. Large was his bounty and his soul sincere, heaven did a recompense as largely send. He gave to misery all he had, a tear, he gained from heaven, tea was all he wished, a friend. No farther seek his merits to disclose, or draw his frailties from their dread abode, there they alike in trembling hope repose, the bosom of his Father, and his God.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Number 55.
Much madness is divinest sense. By Emily Dickinson. Much madness is divinest sense to a discerning eye, much sense, the starkest madness 'tis the majority in this, as all, prevail assent, and you are sane demur, you're straightway dangerous and handled with a chain.
Number 54.
A red, red rose. By Robert Burns. Oh, my love is like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June, oh, my love is like the melody that's sweetly played in tune. So fair art thou, my bonny lass, so deep in love am I will love thee still, my dear, till of the seas gang dry. Till of the seas gang dry, my dear, and the rocks melt why the sun, I will love thee still, my dear, while the sands of life shall run. And fare thee weel, my only love. and fare thee weel a while. And I will come again, my love, though it were 10,000 mile.
Number 53.
Ulysses. By Alfred, Lord Tennyson. It little profits that an idle king, by this still hearth, among these barren crags, matched with an aged wife, I meet and dole unequal laws unto a savage race, that hoard, and sleep, and feed, and know not me. I cannot rest from travel, I will drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me, and alone, on shore, and when through scudding drifts the rainy Hyades vex the dim sea, I am become a name, for always roaming with a hungry heart much have I seen and known. Cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments, myself not least, but honored of them all, and drunk delight of battle with my peers, far on the ringing plains of windy Troy. I am a part of all that I have met, yet all experience is an arch wherethrough gleams that untraveled world whose margin fades forever and forever when I move. How dull it is to pause, to make an end, to rust unburnished, not to shine in use. As though to breathe were life. Life piled on life were all too little, and of one to me little remains. But every hour is saved from that eternal silence something more, a bringer of new things. And vile it were for some 3 suns to store and hoard myself, and this grey spirit yearning in desire to follow knowledge like a sinking star, beyond the utmost bound of human thought. This is my son, mine own Telemachus, to whom I leave the scepter and the isle, well loved of me, discerning to fulfill this labor, by slow prudence to make mild a rugged people, and through soft degrees subdue them to the useful and the good. Most blameless is he, centered in the sphere of common duties, decent not to fail in offices of tenderness, and pay meet adoration to my household gods, when I am gone. He works his work, I mine. There lies the port, the vessel puffs her sail, there gloom the dark, broad seas. My mariners, souls that have toiled, and wrought, and thought with me, that ever with a frolic welcome took the thunder and the sunshine, and opposed free hearts, free foreheads. You and I are old age hath yet his honor and his toil, death closes all, but something ere the end, some work of noble note, may yet be done. Not unbecoming men that strove with gods. The lights begin to twinkle from the rocks, the long day wanes, the slow moon climbs, the deep moans round with many voices. Come, my friends, 'tis not too late to seek a newer world. Push off, and sitting well in order smite the sounding furrows, for my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset, and the baths of all the western stars, until I die. It may be that the gulfs will wash us down, it may be we shall touch the happy isles, and see the great Achilles, whom we knew. Though much is taken, much abides, and though we are not now that strength which in old days moved earth and heaven, that which we are, one equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Number 52.
Holy Sonnet 10. Death, be not proud. By John Donne. Death, be not proud, though some have called thee mighty and dreadful, for thou art not so. For those whom thou think'st thou dost overthrow die not, poor death, nor yet canst thou kill me. From rest and sleep, which but thy pictures be, much pleasure than from thee much more must flow, and soonest our best men with thee do go, rest of their bones, and soul's delivery. Thou art slave to fate, chance, kings, and desperate men, and dost with poison, war, and sickness dwell, and popular charms can make us sleep as well and better than thy stroke. Why swell'st thou then? One short sleep past, we wake eternally, and death shall be no more. Death, thou shalt die.
Number 51.
A Psalm of Life. By Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. What the heart of the young man said to the psalmist. Tell me not, in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream. For the soul is dead that slumbers, and things are not what they seem. Life is real. Life is earnest. And the grave is not its goal. Dust thou art, to dust returnest, was not spoken of the soul. Not enjoyment, and not sorrow is our destined end or way, but to act, that each tomorrow find us farther than today. Art is long and time is fleeting, and our hearts, though stout and brave, still, like muffled drums, are beating funeral marches to the grave. In the world's broad field of battle, in the bivouac of life, be not like dumb, driven cattle. Be a hero in the strife. Trust no future, however pleasant. Let the dead past bury its dead. Act in the living present. Heart within, and God o'erhead. Lives of great men all remind us we can make our lives sublime, and at departing, leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. Footprints that perhaps another, sailing o'er life's solemn main, a forlorn and shipwrecked brother, seeing, shall take heart again. Let us then be up and doing, with a heart for any fate, still achieving, still pursuing, learn to labor and to wait.
This was part 5 with the positions from 60 to 51 of our top 100 best poems of English literature.
If you liked our selection and want to develop your intellectual skills, or just to relax, please subscribe to our channel. youtube.com/AIReaders. And follow us. To listen quality poems written by the most famous poets of English literature and read by the most advanced artificial intelligence software. Thank you.